Right, YouTube, Big Mike, without further ado, retro. And here are some games that are MIA in my full spectrum plus 3 disc collection. We found them now. It took me 4 weeks to find them. In the madness that is, without further ado, Retro Studio, aka my home. And so we're going to show you what was missing from the original Spectrum Plus 3 collection. Cheers. Right, right, YouTube. Basically, these are some of the games that I didn't feature in my full Spectrum collection because they weren't together with my other Spectrum Plus 3 games. I knew that there was some missing. I wasn't sure 100% what was missing, but since seeing a couple of these sell on eBay, it fired me up to try and find them. I've been searching in my house, my whole house, for these for 4 to 5 weeks now. Subsequently, I've now found them. Hence the update on the video. So this is the MIA Missing in Action PS3 disc games that were missing from the collection. So I'm pretty sure I haven't shown all of these, but if I have shown some of them, I'm sorry. Mistakes do happen. So let's start. Right, first one is Turbo Outrun, and this is obviously on Spectrum Plus 3 disc. This is not really that impressed with these games. This game has 2 music tracks. It's very samey. Some levels you race cars, other levels you race trucks. The background colours change, and the tune changes between the 2 tracks. So that's Turbo Outrun. Works. It's all cool. I've actually got this one up for sale on eBay at the moment. We are actually we have sparked. We're basically in war mode. We have sparked into the MIA, the liberation of these Spectrum games has sparked war, and it is sparked into action Operation Warsaw. So Operation Warsaw means that we're now going all out to sell games and make our way to Warsaw. We've got 4 or 5 weeks to do so. So we're pulling out all the stops. So okay, without further ado, we'll carry on, eh? Right, next one is Skull and Crossbones, obviously on Spectrum Plus 3 disc again. Purchased this one a couple of weeks back. It's all present and working, so I'm going to clean this up, show it working, and also probably stick this one on eBay. Like I say, Operation Warsaw is DEFCON 4. And we are 100% go. Right, next one we have is a Gremlin release, which is Hate. It's a shooter, isometric shooter. I've never seen another version of this. This is the only one I've seen ever come up. It works, it's fine. This one will also be going on to Flee of the Bay. So, like I said, I've just decided anything that I'm not going to really be playing. It's nice to have sort of these rare games that you don't really see a lot about. But if they're hindering me, if there's something I really want to do, like an activity in life, like going to a revival, then why am I holding on to these games and not going out and enjoying myself? So I'm going to sell some of these games that have just been sat on my shelves or in boxes somewhere. And I'm going to go and enjoy myself at Warsaw with the rest of the lads. So, right. Next is Ace 2, a plane simulator or a shooter. This in the case isn't in very good condition with this one at all. If I open it up, it doesn't work though. It's a flight simulator. This will also be going on Flee of the Bay. So that's not something I would play, but you don't see. I actually seen one of these go for a silly amount of money, and I didn't think there would be much money in one of those. So hopefully, fingers crossed, mine, I'll change the case, I'll clean it up, and hopefully mine might fetch a good bit of bunts, as a fellow YouTuber would say. Old school variety face. How you doing, mate? Open to link up with you in the flesh at Walsall Revival. So that's where I'm going. It's about the social, isn't it? So yeah, and burnt out culture and all that. Hopefully he'll be there as well, and obviously the main culprits, old Tootie and the rest of the lads and Daz. So yeah, I've missed too many events this year, so I've just decided that's it. I'm going, you know. And so hopefully. And Rich King Retro, I was saying the other day, where on earth, where in the world is Rich King Retro? He hasn't made a video for 4 months. It's not the same without you, Rich. It's with that vibrant laugh and your style of presenting, absolutely brilliant. You're always only person who's probably more upbeat than me on the tubes, I think. So we need you back, Rich. Not only are these Spectrum games been MIA, but Rich King Retro's MIA. I hope he's all well. I hope there's nothing wrong. He's just having a bit of time off. And I hope to see him soon. If we don't see him on the tubes, hopefully see him at Walsall. So I'll get you a pint, Rich. Surely that's worth turning up for. Right, next one is Cartoon Capers. I've never seen this before. This is features the classic Everyone's a Wally. That used to, on tape, used to have the soundtrack, didn't it? Everyone's a Wally. Really mad. Yeah, I remember that back in the day. Yogi Bear and old Danger Mouse and Penfold Della. Is it Penfold? Where's Baron Von Greenback, eh? He's not in the picture. But yeah, that's I've got to clean that up, just make sure it's all working. And yeah, or is that Baron Von Greenback? No, that's not him. But yeah, Danger Mouse. Classic cartoon from the 80s. Featuring David Jason as the voice of Danger Mouse. Fantastic. Remember he was Toad Hole as well? Brilliant. Not sure if I'm going to stick this one on. I'm going to clean it up because I wouldn't mind holding on to this for Exelon. It also has a bit of trouble working, but I think if I clean it up it might be alright. Exelon, Dynamite Dan, Aliens, Cauldron 2 and Eagle's Nest. Probably the top 2 are the best ones. But I may just load it up, and if it loads okay, just multi-face 3 these 2 games and sell this to raise a bit of bunts. So it's all about the bunts. So yeah, so that's that one there. Like I say, hopefully there should be a bit of bunts in this lot, bit of cash. This one I'm to and fro on whether to sell it because it's a really cool game, especially really good on PC Engine as well. But I actually do remember it on Spectrum. Never used to have it in the day on disc, but it is Mr. Heli. I don't know if many people remember Miss Heli. I actually used to have Miss Heli on tape, I believe, back in the day. But it is a really cool, I believe it is an arcade shooter. It really cool, wicked graphics. A little sort of cartoon helicopter guy, and he's got feet and he can sort of walk along or he can fly and shoot. Really cool. Really nice. So I'm half tempted to keep this one because yeah, I've never seen it again. And it is focus. Yeah, it is, even though it won't focus. Yeah, it is a really cool game. So I'll fire it up, have a little play, and if I get into it, I'll keep hold of it. You know, I'm getting rid of quite a lot, so you know, anything that I really want to keep, then you know, I'll end up keeping. So another game that I would like to keep, but these are going for a fair bit of money. I've only seen this one and another one that is on sale on eBay at the moment as well. Guys after 200 quid for this at the moment. So yeah, I'll give it a bit of label cleaner up there. But other than that mark there, this is absolutely in pristine condition. In the original case, it's just got some little bit of residue where some stickers have been. SimCity on the Spectrum Plus 3 disc. Everything is complete and in immaculate condition. If I just show a little bit of creasing at the top there, but nothing major. You think these games are like 25, 30 years old. Yeah, in great condition. The disc and everything. It just absolutely blows me away that they manage to do games like this on this Spectrum, because when you play these on the discs, most of them do use both sides as well, which is quite interesting. And but they're very good representations of the games. I was blown away by this. If you look in here, there's no writing. It is clean, absolutely clean. And yeah, there's no writing, no blooming idiots writing in there with pen or anything like that. There's tables and stuff. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, really been sort of looked after. Really nice condition. I think you'd be hard pushed to find games in this condition. In the original cases, these haven't been replaced. They are the same cases as they were when they were... you can tell that because this one and another one I have are in the same cases, and they're released by the same people. So, yes, so this is... I'm just creasing it up all now. Hang on, let me do all this properly. So I don't want to... 30 years of being in great condition, I get hold of it and damage it. You don't want to be doing that. Right, the next one. This is one I'm going to be sad to see go. But unfortunately, or fortunately, I don't know. We don't know how well mine's going to do at the moment. But the last one I seen of this sell on eBay actually sold for £306. So, which is North and South. Absolutely fantastic game. I grew up playing this game, not on the Spectrum, but on the Amiga. And I was very surprised when I seen this. Those are actually Spectrum graphics as well. I was very surprised when I saw this, and it was on the Spectrum. That may not be, I'm not sure, but those ones are. They are very, very close representation to the game. Really, really good. That then maybe black and white, so that might be a different thing, but it's very, very close to all of this. Very, very close representation. Uses both sides of the disc. Very, very clean example of the game. Very clean. Absolutely superb. Yeah, very, very nice. Like I say, the last one went on eBay for £306 plus £3 postage. I don't know if mine will fetch anything like that. I hope it will. Their one was a loft find, and was untested. It only had one picture, which didn't show a lot, but it did show it was clean. But mine is in absolutely fantastic condition. No writing on the manuals or anything. It is really, really pristine condition. Absolutely spot on. Really, really nice. Sad to see it go. But if this can raise even £100 towards me getting towards Walsall Revival, then it's money well spent. So unfortunately, I'd love to keep hold of that. But if it's going to raise £100 plus, hopefully, then it's got to go. Right, next one I'll probably get shot of. It's not a great game. It's great in the arcades. I think it's good on, or it's supposed to be good on the Mega Drive, but I've played it and it was a bit iffy, but could have been the controller. So, yeah, game I grew up playing, really, really loads back in the days. One of my first arcade games I'd ever completed. Really loved it. Me and my friend Joe used to play this a lot. We completed it on holiday. Used to play this and Dragon Ninja, or Bad Dudes versus Dragon Ninja. And it was the first ever side-scrolling beat-em-up I ever got into, which is Double Dragon. This is Double Dragon. It's got a slight fray along the top. It's in the clamshell case. The original release of this, I remember, was a cardboard box. But this is the +3 version. This was new old stock, and the guy had these, and it was what was it? It was covered in brown tape. It's got brown tape all over it, and luckily, because it's this type of case, the tape only stuck to this rather than, but did stick along the top there, so just caught the top there. But there's a lot of new old stock like that. Someone who used to have a shop tried to protect games by covering them in brown tape. Now that's all good on stuff like this, which it's not all good because it done that to the top. But there's an actual Final Fight actually that's on eBay at the moment, which is Amstrad and Spectrum, and it's covered in brown tape. And I think the bidding's 11 or 12 quid at the moment. I'd like to win that, but we're not bidding at the moment. And you are not going to get that brown tape off, I can't see, without ripping that box, and that's a real shame. So there's probably not many of those about. Now this one's in rougher condition. Someone has removed some stickers. It wasn't me, as old Shaggy used to say. But that is Afterburner. So you can see There is some slight damage there. And standard box, and the same for the Amiga, same for the thingy. But this is Spectrum Plus 3 disc, so we'll probably put this up as well, because the Plus 3 disc stuff is going for great money at the moment as well. So that is Afterburner, so we shall probably sell that as well. Here's one I'm not sure if I'm going to be selling. It's a very good compilation, this. Yeah, it's a very good compilation, this. And it is Giants. Now, I'm a big lover of Rolling Thunder. Gauntlet 2, as you've seen the other week, I've got on the Amiga. But it's a good game nonetheless. 720 is pretty cool. Outrun, I sold my original last week for just over £30 as well. The original plus 3 version. And California Games, not that great on the Spectrum, I don't think. No screenshots on the back, just that there, just a bit of spiel about all the games. But yeah, I'll probably keep this one. I might just burn off Rolling Thunder and that, maybe. Yeah, it might go for a bit of good money, this, so maybe I might sell it. I'll have to think. And one I knew it was missing, and it was really niggling me that it was missing, and it really was getting to me. And this one is staying in the collection. I am not selling this. This plays a big part in my childhood. Probably anyone around my age, childhood. Old school Variety Face. You probably remember this in school. And I think this was possibly the first ever computer game I ever played. Probably after, maybe I played Pong on the old TV plug-in before this. But this was a big thing in school. And it is. And I couldn't believe I found it on Spectrum Plus 3 either when I found it. And I got it for a hell of a price. Spectrum Plus 3 disc version of Granny's Garden, and look at that, what a beauty. This is the original, this is how the schools would get it, and I looked up these and they actually still exist, and they're not too far up the road from me, to be honest, Somerset. I may try and contact the people and tell them I've got some technical issues and I'm bringing it back. No. I wouldn't mind going up there and seeing if any of the guys that helped made this back in the day are still about, how they made this game and distributed it, because it literally was such a massive part of my childhood, or anyone my age and childhood. And you know, just maybe do a little sort of small documentary type thing on this game, because I think it's absolutely incredible that these people are still around. Yeah, I've just really, you know, there's on the back there. That's look at this. Like, you know what I mean? Is you don't get. It's almost, well, it is hand drawn, but it will have been probably photocopied at some points. It's on green card. But do you know what I mean? You ain't never going to find another one of these. I don't reckon there's many of these left in existence. Then again, I might go to their studio if they let me, and there might be boxes of them. But yes, look at this. Like, you know, look, someone peeking behind the tree. The crow. I think the crow done me in. If you remember, if you've watched my channel from the beginning, you might remember I'd done I started to do a little playthrough of this. But I filmed it all on the wrong angle. It was in my early days. But yeah, this really is a thing of beauty. It really is. If you want to sort of pause it and take it all in, yeah, you're more than welcome. I'll just sort of show you. This just really is a thing of beauty. It's something that you will not find, or I don't think you'll find. I found this was a very bad listing on eBay. It was in the wrong section, and I managed to pick this up for £10, and absolutely could not believe it. I'd imagine with the right scenario, this could fetch a lot more than £10. It's it really is a thing of beauty. It's educational software, not always great, but with this is the exception to the rule. This is a fantastic game. You can tell a lot of love went into drawing all these manuals and instructions and hints and tips, and you know, this really was. I was saying to my friend the other day, if you look at the pins are in pretty good condition. They haven't really rusted out or anything either. You got to think this game was about when I was in. I got a feeling I may have been in infants. I'm 38 now, and we were either in infants, and I think we may have been in infants, and we were escorted because where I went to school, we had the junior school, the infant school and the play school towards the bottom end. And then up the field slightly, there was another building which was the junior school. And I think we were all escorted in single file up to see the one that was the BBC Acorn, I believe. It might have been the BBC microcomputer, but I think it's a BBC Acorn. I'm not 100%. My BBC computer knowledge isn't the best. It was the sort of, the sort of off cream white computer with the brown keys. But it was a BBC. And, yeah, we were escorted up, single file, and we were allowed, we were segregated 15 or 20 minutes to play this wonderful game that was Granny's Garden. And it was really my first ever interaction with a computer, I believe. And, yeah, it was just mind-blowing. We just wanted to get straight back on it, you know. Really, really cool. So I probably will do a playthrough of this, and this one's going nowhere, I can tell you. This one is staying firmly in the collection. And from me and Granny's Garden, like, comment, share and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers, YouTube. Bye.